Why do so many people cheat? Cheating. Just hearing the word can stir up a whirlwind of emotions. Anger, betrayal, sadness. But why do so many people cheat? You might be surprised to learn that infidelity is more common than you think, crossing cultural boundaries and affecting relationships worldwide. It's a topic shrouded in secrecy and shame, yet it's something many of us will encounter at some point, either directly or indirectly. Understanding why cheating happens is crucial if we want to address it. Is it simply a lapse in moral judgment, or are there deeper psychological reasons at play? Let's dive into what the numbers say and explore the complex motivations behind infidelity. What do the numbers say? Statistics on adultery can be shocking. Depending on which study you look at, anywhere from 20% to 60% of married individuals admit to cheating at some point in their relationships. Yes, you read that correctly, up to 60%. But why such a wide range? The truth is, people aren't always honest about their infidelities, and the numbers can vary depending on how the questions are framed. For example, one study found that about 20% of men and 13% of women reported cheating on their spouse. However, when you include emotional cheating and online affairs, these numbers can spike dramatically. Cheating rates by country also reveal cultural differences, with some nations reporting higher or lower percentages of infidelity. It's also interesting to note that the rate of infidelity has remained relatively stable over the years, despite societal changes and advancements in technology. This consistency suggests that the factors driving people to cheat are deeply rooted in human psychology rather than external circumstances. Why do people cheat? The reasons behind infidelity are as varied as the people who commit it. Some cheat out of boredom, others out of a desire for excitement, and still others because they feel neglected or unappreciated in their current relationship. But these are just surface-level explanations. The deeper reasons often lie in unmet emotional needs, unresolved personal issues, or even a subconscious desire to sabotage the relationship. Esther Perel, a renowned relationship therapist, argues that infidelity is often less about the partner and more about the individual. In her book, The State of Affairs, she states, "When we seek the gaze of another, it isn't always our partner we are turning away from, but the person we have become." This suggests that cheating can be a way for people to explore parts of themselves that they feel are missing or suppressed within their current relationship. It's also important to consider the role of opportunity. The saying, "opportunity makes the thief," applies here as well. Situations that lower inhibitions, like travel, alcohol, or simply being in the right place at the right time, can make cheating more likely, even if the person wouldn't ordinarily consider it. What goes on in cheaters' minds? The mindset of someone who cheats can be complex and contradictory. On the one hand, they may feel guilt, shame, and fear of being caught. On the other hand, they might rationalize their behavior, convincing themselves that they deserve this escape or that their partner will never find out, so no real harm is done. This cognitive dissonance, holding two conflicting beliefs at the same time, is a common psychological phenomenon among cheaters. They may justify their actions by downplaying the significance of the affair, or by blaming their partner for the perceived shortcomings in the relationship. Psychologist Dr. Shirley Glass, in her book Not Just Friends, explains that many cheaters believe they can compartmentalize their lives. They think they can maintain both the affair and their primary relationship without one affecting the other. However, this kind of mental gymnastics often leads to increased stress and anxiety, as the fear of being discovered looms large. Understanding what goes on in the mind of a cheater can be unsettling, but it's crucial for addressing the issue and deciding how to move forward in a relationship that has been affected by infidelity. Why do women cheat? When it comes to infidelity, the reasons why women cheat can be quite different from those of men. Often women seek emotional connection and validation outside their relationships. They may feel emotionally neglected or undervalued by their partner, leading them to seek out someone who listens, understands, and appreciates them on a deeper level. In many cases, women who cheat are not just looking for a physical affair. Instead, they are searching for an emotional bond that they feel is missing in their current relationship. This emotional affair can quickly turn physical, but the driving force behind it is usually the need for intimacy and connection. Dr. Mira Kirschenbaum, a couples therapist and author of When Good People Have Affairs, suggests that women are more likely to cheat when they feel their partner is not meeting their emotional needs. When women cheat, it's often because they've tried to communicate their needs and feel they've been ignored, she explains. This highlights the importance of emotional fulfillment in relationships and how its absence can lead to infidelity. It's also worth noting that some women cheat as a way to regain a sense of control or independence. If they feel trapped or stifled in their relationship, infidelity can become a form of rebellion, a way to assert their autonomy and reclaim their identity. Why do men cheat? The reasons why men cheat often differ from those of women, though there are certainly overlaps. For many men, cheating is less about seeking emotional connection and more about physical gratification or novelty. The thrill of the chase, the excitement of something new, and the ego boost that comes from being desired by someone else can all play a role. However, it would be too simplistic to say that men cheat just for sex. Just like women, men can cheat because they feel unappreciated, neglected, or unloved in their current relationship. When they don't receive the validation they crave from their partner, they might seek it elsewhere, even if it's just a temporary fix. Some men cheat due to a fear of commitment or a desire to maintain their sense of freedom. In this case, infidelity can be seen as a way to keep their options open and avoid feeling tied down. This mindset is often linked to deeper insecurities or unresolved personal issues. In his book, The Truth, an uncomfortable book about relationships, author Neil Strauss delves into his own experiences with infidelity, revealing that for many men, cheating is about escaping from the responsibilities and expectations that come with a committed relationship. He writes, "For a lot of men, the problem isn't the partner. They're not trying to escape their partner. They're trying to escape the person they feel they have to be with that partner." This highlights the internal struggles that can drive men to cheat, even when they still care deeply about their partner. Who cheats more? The question of who cheats more, men or women, is one that has sparked endless debates and research. Traditionally, men have been viewed as the more likely gender to stray, and for a long time, statistics supported this view. Studies have consistently shown that men report higher rates of infidelity compared to women, with some surveys indicating that men are almost twice as likely to cheat. However, recent trends suggest that the gap between male and female infidelity is closing. As gender roles evolve and women gain more independence and confidence, they too are engaging in extramarital affairs at increasing rates. This shift may also be attributed to changes in societal attitudes, where female infidelity is less stigmatized than in the past, allowing women to be more open about their experiences. One important factor to consider is how cheating is defined. While men are more likely to engage in physical infidelity, women are often more prone to emotional affairs, which may not always be included in traditional infidelity statistics. This means that while men might still report higher overall cheating rates, the difference might not be as significant as it appears at first glance. Ultimately, the answer to who cheats more isn't black and white. It's influenced by a myriad of factors, including cultural norms, individual values, and personal circumstances. What's clear is that infidelity isn't exclusive to one gender. It's a human behavior that crosses boundaries and affects relationships universally. Homosexual and bisexual cheating. When we talk about cheating, it's essential to recognize that infidelity is not limited to heterosexual relationships. Homosexual and bisexual individuals are just as likely to experience cheating, but the dynamics can differ in interesting ways. In homosexual relationships, the traditional gender roles that often influence heterosexual infidelity may not apply. This can lead to different expectations and boundaries within the relationship. For instance, some same-sex couples might have more open or flexible agreements regarding monogamy, which can blur the lines of what constitutes cheating. Research on infidelity in homosexual and bisexual relationships is less extensive than on heterosexual ones, but existing studies suggest that the rates of cheating are comparable across sexual orientations. In fact, some studies have found that bisexual individuals may experience higher rates of infidelity, possibly due to the unique challenges of navigating attractions to multiple genders within a monogamous framework. It's also worth noting that the stigma and societal pressures faced by LGBTQ+ individuals can complicate the experience of infidelity. For example, fear of judgment or discrimination might prevent someone from openly discussing their relationship struggles, leading to secrecy and deception. Additionally, the lack of widespread social support for LGBTQ+ relationships can make it more challenging to seek help when infidelity occurs. Understanding the nuances of infidelity within homosexual and bisexual relationships is crucial for fostering empathy and support, regardless of sexual orientation. Cheating, after all, is a deeply personal experience that affects everyone differently, and the solutions must be just as diverse. How long do most affairs last? Affairs are often seen as fleeting, temporary indulgences, an escape from reality that inevitably comes crashing down. But how long do most affairs actually last? The answer varies depending on the type of affair, the individuals involved, and the circumstances surrounding it. According to some studies, the average affair lasts about 6 months to 2 years. This might seem like a long time, but when you consider the intensity and secrecy involved, it makes sense. Affairs often start with a whirlwind of passion and excitement, fueled by the thrill of the forbidden. But as the initial rush fades, so too does the affair, often ending when the reality of the situation becomes too difficult to manage or the affair is discovered. Short-term affairs, those that last just a few weeks or months, are often driven by physical attraction and impulse. They may be the result of a one-time encounter or a brief fling, with little emotional investment from either party. These types of affairs can end as quickly as they begin, leaving behind confusion and regret. On the other hand, long-term affairs can span years and involve deep emotional connections. These affairs may develop gradually, starting as friendships or emotional bonds that eventually turn physical. Long-term affairs are more likely to cause significant damage to all involved, as they represent a sustained betrayal and a double life that can be difficult to untangle. Ultimately, the length of an affair is often dictated by the motivations behind it, and the willingness of the individuals to maintain the secrecy and deception required. But regardless of duration, the impact of an affair can be long-lasting, leaving scars that may take years to heal. Digital dirt: the role of technology in cheating. In today's digital age, technology has fundamentally changed the way people cheat. Gone are the days when infidelity was limited to in-person encounters and secret rendezvous. Now, with just a few clicks, individuals can engage in emotional affairs, flirtations, or even full-blown physical affairs, all from the comfort of their smartphone or computer. Social media platforms, dating apps, and messaging services have made it easier than ever to connect with others, sometimes leading to temptation that might not have been there otherwise. A seemingly innocent conversation can quickly escalate into something more, blurring the lines between friendly banter and inappropriate behavior. The anonymity and accessibility provided by technology have also given rise to a new form of infidelity: online cheating. This can take many forms, from exchanging explicit messages and photos to engaging in cybersex or forming emotional connections with strangers. In some cases, individuals may never meet their online lover in person. Yet the emotional impact of this digital infidelity can be just as devastating as a physical affair. Moreover, technology leaves a trail, a digital footprint that can be hard to erase. Messages, emails, and browsing history can all serve as evidence of infidelity, leading to discovery and confrontation. This digital dirt can make it difficult for cheaters to cover their tracks. And in some cases, it's the technology itself that brings the affair to light. As technology continues to evolve, so too will the ways in which people cheat. It's a reminder that in our increasingly connected world, the boundaries of fidelity are constantly being tested, and the consequences of crossing those boundaries can be far-reaching. Which professions cheat more? It's often said that certain professions are more prone to infidelity. And while that might sound like a stereotype, there's some truth to it. The nature of one's job can indeed influence their likelihood to cheat, particularly when that job involves long hours, frequent travel, or close personal interactions with others. For example, high-stress professions such as those in finance, law, or medicine are often associated with higher rates of infidelity. The intense pressure, long hours, and emotional strain can create a perfect storm for seeking comfort or escape outside of one's marriage. These environments can also foster close relationships with colleagues, which sometimes cross the line from professional to personal. Jobs that involve frequent travel, such as those in sales or consulting, can also increase the risk of cheating. Being away from home for extended periods can lead to loneliness and a sense of detachment from one's partner. In these situations, the opportunity to cheat may present itself more easily, whether through a chance encounter or a more deliberate pursuit. Additionally, careers in entertainment, such as acting or music, often place individuals in environments where they are surrounded by admiration, temptation, and opportunities for extramarital encounters. The combination of fame, ego, and accessibility can make fidelity more challenging in these fields. While these professions might see higher rates of infidelity, it's important to remember that cheating isn't determined by one's job title. Infidelity is a deeply personal decision influenced by a range of factors, including individual values, relationship satisfaction, and personal circumstances. Still, understanding the pressures and temptations associated with certain careers can shed light on why some professions might see more cheating than others. Emotional cheating versus physical cheating. When we think of cheating, physical infidelity is often the first thing that comes to mind. But what about emotional cheating? In many cases, emotional infidelity can be just as damaging, if not more so, than a physical affair. Emotional cheating occurs when someone forms a deep, intimate connection with someone outside of their relationship, sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences that they should ideally share with their partner. This kind of connection can lead to a powerful bond, often blurring the lines between friendship and romance. Unlike physical cheating, which is often driven by lust or desire, emotional cheating is rooted in unmet emotional needs. The person engaging in emotional infidelity might feel unfulfilled, lonely, or disconnected in their current relationship, leading them to seek comfort and validation elsewhere. Over time, this emotional connection can grow stronger, potentially leading to a full-blown affair. Physical cheating, on the other hand, typically involves a sexual relationship outside of the committed partnership. While physical affairs can be impulsive or driven by opportunity, they often represent a significant breach of trust and can be devastating to the betrayed partner. But which is worse? That's a question without a clear answer, as the impact of cheating depends on the individuals involved and their values. For some, physical cheating is an unforgivable betrayal, while for others, the emotional bond formed in an emotional affair can be even more hurtful. What's important is recognizing that both forms of infidelity can cause immense pain and damage to a relationship, and addressing the root causes is essential for healing. Financial cheating, when money gets involved. When we think of cheating, our minds typically go to emotional or physical infidelity, but there's another kind of betrayal that can be just as damaging to a relationship: financial cheating. This occurs when one partner hides financial information or makes secretive financial decisions that the other partner is unaware of. Financial cheating can take many forms, from hiding a secret bank account to lying about spending habits or accumulating debt without the other partner's knowledge. This kind of deception can be particularly harmful because it erodes trust on a fundamental level. Money, after all, is a cornerstone of most relationships, and when it's mishandled or hidden, it can lead to feelings of betrayal, resentment, and insecurity. One of the most common scenarios of financial cheating involves one partner hiding significant expenses or debts. This might include spending large sums on gambling, shopping, or even supporting another person outside of the relationship. When the truth eventually comes to light, it can be devastating, leaving the betrayed partner feeling blindsided and unsure of the future. In some cases, financial cheating is driven by a desire for control. A partner may hide money or make financial decisions independently, as a way to assert dominance in the relationship or to protect themselves in case the relationship ends. This behavior not only damages trust but also undermines the sense of partnership and equality that is essential for a healthy relationship. Addressing financial cheating requires open and honest communication about money, a topic that can be uncomfortable but is vital for building trust and mutual respect. When both partners are on the same page about their financial goals and habits, the risk of financial infidelity decreases, creating a stronger foundation for the relationship. Cultural perceptions of cheating. Infidelity is a universal phenomenon, but the way it's perceived varies greatly across different cultures. In some societies, cheating is viewed as a serious moral failing, while in others it might be seen as more of a common, if regrettable, occurrence. In Western cultures, particularly in countries like the United States and the United Kingdom, infidelity is generally stigmatized. It's often portrayed in media as a betrayal of trust that can lead to the end of relationships, and many people see it as a deal-breaker in marriage or long-term partnerships. This perspective is reflected in the high divorce rates following the discovery of an affair. Conversely, in some cultures, infidelity might be more tolerated or even expected. In certain parts of Europe, for example, extramarital affairs are sometimes seen as a private matter that doesn't necessarily affect the primary relationship. In France, the concept of 5 à 7, an affair between 5 and 7 p.m., has been historically romanticized, though modern attitudes are increasingly critical of such behavior. In other regions, such as parts of Africa and the Middle East, cultural norms and religious beliefs play a significant role in how infidelity is viewed. In some cases, men might be permitted or even expected to have multiple wives or mistresses, while women are held to stricter standards of fidelity. These double standards can create complex dynamics in relationships, often rooted in historical and societal expectations. The way infidelity is perceived also depends on the level of openness within a society. In more conservative cultures, cheating might be severely punished or condemned, but it can also be more hidden, with fewer opportunities for individuals to seek support or speak openly about their experiences. Understanding these cultural perceptions is crucial for anyone navigating a relationship across cultural boundaries. What's considered acceptable or unforgivable in one culture might be viewed entirely differently in another. This diversity in perspectives highlights the complexity of infidelity and the importance of communication and understanding in relationships, especially in our increasingly globalized world. How to get over being cheated on. Discovering that you've been cheated on is a gut-wrenching experience. It can feel like the ground has been ripped out from under you, leaving you disoriented, hurt, and questioning everything you thought you knew about your relationship. But as painful as it is, it's possible to heal and move forward, though the path to recovery is often long and challenging. The first step in getting over being cheated on is allowing yourself to feel the emotions that come with it. Anger, sadness, betrayal, confusion. These feelings are natural, and bottling them up can lead to prolonged pain and difficulty healing. Journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or seeking therapy can be invaluable during this time, providing a safe space to process your emotions. It's also important to avoid making any hasty decisions in the immediate aftermath. The shock and hurt of discovering infidelity can cloud your judgment, leading to decisions that you might later regret. Give yourself time to process what's happened before deciding on the next steps in your relationship. One of the most difficult aspects of recovering from infidelity is rebuilding your sense of self-worth. Cheating can leave you feeling rejected and questioning your value, but it's crucial to remember that your partner's actions are a reflection of them, not you. Focus on self-care and activities that reinforce your sense of self and worth outside of the relationship. Forgiveness is another critical aspect of healing. Though it doesn't necessarily mean staying in the relationship, forgiving your partner, whether you decide to stay together or not, can be a powerful way to release the hold that the infidelity has on your emotions and begin to heal. It's about freeing yourself from the bitterness and anger, rather than condoning their actions. Lastly, surround yourself with support. Whether it's friends, family, or a support group, having people who care about you and your well-being can make all the difference as you navigate the complex emotions that come with being cheated on. Should I stay or should I go now? After discovering infidelity, one of the most challenging decisions you'll face is whether to stay in the relationship or leave. It's a deeply personal choice, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. However, there are several factors to consider that can help guide your decision. First, take a close look at your partner's response to the infidelity. Are they genuinely remorseful and willing to take responsibility for their actions? Do they seem committed to rebuilding trust and repairing the relationship? If your partner is willing to put in the effort to change and make amends, it might be worth considering reconciliation. On the other hand, if your partner is dismissive, blames you, or refuses to change their behavior, it may be a sign that the relationship is unlikely to recover. Continuing in a relationship where trust has been broken and your partner is unwilling to work on it can lead to prolonged pain and resentment. It's also essential to reflect on your own feelings and needs. Can you envision a future where you've moved past the betrayal? Or do you find it impossible to imagine trusting your partner again? Your emotional well-being should be a top priority, and if staying in the relationship feels like a constant source of pain, it may be time to consider leaving. Another factor to consider is the history and overall quality of your relationship. Was it strong and healthy before the infidelity, or were there already significant issues? Sometimes infidelity can be a symptom of deeper, unresolved problems in the relationship. If those issues are addressed, the relationship might come out stronger on the other side. However, if the relationship was already on shaky ground, the infidelity might be the final straw. Ultimately, the decision to stay or go should be based on what's best for you and your long-term happiness. Whether you choose to rebuild the relationship or move on, it's important to trust your instincts and make the choice that aligns with your values and needs. There's still hope rebuilding after infidelity. Infidelity is undoubtedly one of the most painful experiences a relationship can endure. But it doesn't have to be the end. With time, effort, and a genuine commitment from both partners, it's possible to rebuild trust and create a stronger, more resilient relationship. While the journey to healing is not easy, it can lead to profound growth and a deeper understanding of each other. The first step in rebuilding after infidelity is open, honest communication. Both partners need to express their feelings, fears, and desires in a way that fosters understanding rather than blame. It's crucial to create a safe space where both can speak openly about the affair, what led to it, and how they can prevent it from happening again. Rebuilding trust is the cornerstone of any recovery process. The partner who cheated must be willing to be transparent and consistent in their actions, demonstrating through their behavior that they are committed to earning back trust. This might include being more open about their whereabouts, sharing passwords, or attending couples therapy together. Forgiveness is another vital aspect of healing, though it's a process that takes time. It's important to remember that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the betrayal. Instead, it's about releasing the anger and resentment that can keep both partners trapped in the past. True forgiveness can pave the way for a renewed sense of connection and intimacy. Couples therapy can be an invaluable resource during this time. A skilled therapist can help both partners navigate the complex emotions and challenges that arise after infidelity, offering guidance on how to rebuild trust, improve communication, and address the underlying issues that may have contributed to the affair. Finally, it's essential to focus on the future and the possibilities for growth that come with it. Rebuilding after infidelity is a chance to create a new, stronger foundation for the relationship. It's an opportunity to reevaluate what each partner needs and desires, and to build a relationship that is more fulfilling and resilient than before. Though the road to recovery is long and often painful, there is hope. Many couples emerge from the experience with a renewed sense of love, commitment, and understanding, proving that it is possible to heal and thrive after infidelity.